you can actually just pause and take a breath and know that you really truly are doing enough. And there are ways that you can tweak your experience to really have more consistency and flow for you, and equally depth and transformation for your clients. Welcome to the Riley June Show. I'm your host, Riley June, international intuition coach and spiritual activator. This podcast is designed for the souls who are ready to dive into what spirituality, consciousness, and healing truly is like. Here you will find the conversations and insight most spiritual teachers aren't willing to have. Why? Because we pull back the curtain on what truly takes place as you move through your healing journey, the duality of the light and the dark, and the role ethics and integrity undeniably play in your ascension experience. I have had the pleasure of working with tens of thousands of people, from clients, stories shared through messenger chats, and others in the industry, to know exactly what this journey will look like for you. These episodes will share conversations of industry leaders bridging the gap to the new paradigm of reality, and individuals sharing their heart through their soul's journey they've been through and what they've learned along the way. So if you're ready to go deep, unlock truth, and activate into the blueprint of you, this is going to be a space you're not going to want to miss out every Monday. Are you ready? Let's activate. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to another session. I'm really excited about this one. It's going to be more short and sweet because I feel like right now I can really provide you with some really great, tangible, insightful reasons, experiences, and value in a much more deliverable time. So I'm not going to go on too much of a tangent or a rant today, but I want to keep this short and sweet for you so that hopefully you also have some paper and a pen with you to take some notes, because you're definitely going to want to. My spiritual entrepreneurs, this episode is tailored to you. Arguably, you can still apply this information to yourself if you're in a space of self-development and healing. But for my spiritual entrepreneurs, we are in full-blown launch mode for the enrollment of the final round of the Align and Ascend Mastermind for 2022. And I really want to support you in these tools and these understandings so that as you're out in this world, grinding and hustling and doing all the things to get all the people the information and the healing and the love that you know that they need, you can actually just pause and take a breath and know that you really truly are doing enough. And there are ways that you can tweak your experience to really have more consistency and flow for you, and equally depth and transformation for your clients. So this episode is all about investing in yourself. And there's two parts to this that you really have to understand. One, spending the money on the course or the coach or the program or the whatever, the products for your business, is actually not the scary thing that you're feeling so weighed down and challenged by. It's not the money exchange. It's more so than anything. Every time I've done a clarity call or a prospecting connection call, and we have gotten to this point where like, okay, you know, what's the price? And I say, this is the price. And they go, okay, I got to check this out, or I'm not too sure, or that's too much for me. Every time, it doesn't matter. It could be the 10,000 thread count blanket that you want over the 1,000 thread count blanket that you want. It's not the money exchange you're worried about. It's the disappointment or the frustration of you letting yourself down. Meaning that either that product's going to let you down, and so you're worried it's not worth the investment, or underneath that, or I should say actually underneath that is, are you going to be able to handle it? There is a belief that is taking place underneath it all, underneath the financial exchange, which is truly the easiest part. You click a couple buttons and things get taken care of for you. The scary part is, are you actually ready to show up for the work? And the answer is always yes, if you are in a space where you are overwhelmed, sick and tired, anxious, or even just ready. You don't always have to be in this place of struggle to be ready to move forward, to say, hey, I have a lot of momentum here. There's a lot of momentum growing. I'm seeing results. I want more. My clients, I want more impact for them. I want to, grow on a bigger scale, whatever that looks like. Ultimately, you want more, and that's okay. And that's one of the first things you really have to come to a sense of acceptance surrounding, is that it's actually okay to want more. We're taught in life that desiring more is a selfish thing or only happens for a certain set of people or group of people. But the truth is that it doesn't matter how much money you have, whether you're rich or you're poor, you always want more. And if you really get radically honest with yourself, you're probably nodding your head right now saying, yep, you're right. I do want more. And that's okay. And that's going to be one of your first steps for really helping you to perpetuate this belief and this acceptance that you get to have more. And not only do you get to have more, but you get to have the actual support that helps you to get more. Whether it's more clients, which ultimately is what's going to create that financial freedom, that stability, that income, revenue goals that you are seeking. Investing in yourself is not only about the commitment, but it is also about the action, okay? You can't have one without the other. Believe me, I have worked in many programs and with many people who I walked away feeling disappointed or let down by, because their whole primary focus was the energy and the mindset and mentality. And I will not discredit how wildly important that is. It is literally the foundation of you creating anything else. Welcome to as well life with a family and running a business with a family. You're going to hear them in the background. So just know that that doesn't actually hinder your ability to provide a great experience or tangible, wonderful information. But as I was saying, I felt let down by it. And what I learned is that though there were results that I was promised in the landing pages, in the conversations, that weren't actually provided for, which is a great lesson that I learned. And that's, don't tell people you're going to offer something and not offer it. But that, yes, mindset is such a huge, huge, huge component to it. It really is the foundation to the energy that you are going to cultivate and you're going to show up with. The second part is the action, is the strategy, is where you get to divide or put your entirety of your focus and attention into. Sometimes, most times, it starts with cultivating a very powerful community experience, right? You can't expect to build your business off of constantly chasing new leads. You're going to experience something so much greater when you actually just build and nurture a community. Okay. And from that space is where you get raving fans, people who can't stop talking about your work or investing in your work because they're also seeing the progress from your own growth and progress. Because if you're teaching it, you best be applying it. And if you truly are, then your clients are going to see, experience, and feel that through and through for themselves as well, and equally in that community. And so as you're growing and scaling your business, as you are investing in yourself, the value of investing in yourself is so radically important, but you also have to understand that the money exchange is the easiest part. You get to be committed to showing up. You don't see the people on Instagram showing up day one, making $1 million, $100K a year, 50K launches, whatever that looks like. You see them 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years in because they constantly showed up with commitment and dedication, and they invested and they learned and they reframed and they applied and they went deeper within themselves, no matter what it is that they provide, whether they're influencing with products, whether they're offering coaching, healing, reading services, it doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. The difference, the differentiating part is your story, your beliefs, your energy, your mission, how you lead authentically in yourself, in your life, in your business. Because what you're creating, if you haven't already figured this out, is yours. Your work has to be designed around your life for you to truly feel successful in it. Because if your life is designed around your work, you don't have that freedom lifestyle. You've just created another 9-to-5 job. And there are so many ways at many different price points that you can cultivate experiences for people, have higher closing rates, and ultimately be able to see clients go through deeper transformations. The Align and Ascend Mastermind was cultivated and created literally because of programs I felt let down by, but also because of the business schooling that I went through and business programs that I went through from digital entrepreneurs who have created those multiple $1-million businesses, and learning what those tangible steps are just as much as the money and energy and skill set development. You need a skill. You need to constantly be working on that skill, if not applying it to your own life, learning more about it. You need to be cultivating a community. It's where you're going to really see your greatest turnover in revenue. And you need to be constantly investing in yourself, not only necessarily just monetarily, but with your time, with your attention, with your energy, because the world is ever changing and you don't need to get fixated and caught up on that. But the world is changing and you are going to have to learn to adjust and adapt as you go. The same things that applied 3 years ago don't necessarily apply right now, meaning that no matter what you currently are trained in as a modality, it is very likely that it has become outdated. And I'm even including myself in the things that I once taught and learned. Reiki, energy readings, mediumship, shadow healing, human design. Like, though there are a place for all of these modalities, they all help people in many different ways. And there's many different paths and journeys to get to the destination that you desire to be on. There are fundamental skills that are required to support your clients in going deeper, and then you get to apply your special twist or modality on top of it. And why I share this in this way is because if you offer energy readings, but you don't understand how to take your clients through their own thought processes, or you offer Reiki healings or healings of any kind and you don't understand how to take your clients through their own thought processes, they're always going to be solely reliant on you. And that's not actually creating a positive experience for the client, because they're constantly relying on you for answers and they're not able to have those breakthroughs for themselves. Same with shadow work. Gone are the days where we have to keep going to the past and the turmoil of the past to really receive and experience forgiveness or offer forgiveness or heal from whatever took place. Same with ancestral journeys. We don't need those experiences anymore. Now, if that's something you teach or want to teach, absolutely throw your spin on it if that's something you truly believe in. But things that I teach in the mastermind are fundamental scientific, psychological approaches to helping people through their experience. And not only that, we do work on the development of intuition so that you can have a better understanding of how to read the energy of your client, the body language of your client, and trust in the messages that are coming through and how to support and guide your clients through that. I can't help but to take a moment to pause you right here and share with you my favorite beauty skincare line that exists that I have come across. The Province Beauty line is an all-natural, 100% vegan product that is incredibly effective for someone with sensitive skin. Someone like me who, even just switching my foundation, creates breakouts, red spots, itchiness, dryness, all the things. I have never had a problem with this product and have only had great results. From someone who also suffers super dry skin in the winter, their products help to get me through with glowing and radiant skin. Not only are they an incredible product, but they also are wildly affordable. And in the show notes, they have offered you an additional 10% off with my code. Hit up the show notes and go check them out. And if you love all things beauty and skincare, health and healing and support, you're definitely going to want to check them out. Province Beauty for all your skincare needs. That is literally everything you need to know in a nutshell when it comes to deeper transformational support. If you don't know your own boundaries, or you're not equipped or trained in a skill or methodology that can support your clients in going deeper, you really truly shouldn't. And I believe that and preach that and speak that through and through, even for myself. If there's something that comes up that I am not equipped with, I had a client a couple months ago who came to me and she had some really deep sexual trauma and abusive trauma that I was not equipped to support her with. And I redirected her to someone that I knew that was going to be able to be a better fit. And it's because I knew my own boundaries. And I could have tested it and I could have tried anyways, but that wouldn't have been an integrity to the work that I do. And if you're just starting, you've learned a modality, you're ready to hit the ground and run with it, you can't wait to help other people because this has helped transform your life too. You have to know your boundaries. You're dealing with people's psyche, and that is so, so important and valuable. Not only is it an honor, is it truly an honor for people to come to you and be able to be supported by you, but then to be supported by you in a way where you also understand the lengths in which you can support them too, because that is truly the power of an energy exchange. In having those boundaries, in being able to advocate for healing, in being able to go through the deep transformations, and really knowing that the investments, the time, the attention, and the monetary investments that you make for yourself and your business, which, by the way, if you're running a business, all your trainings are tax write-offs, if you haven't learned that yet. It's just so wildly important. And it's something I'm so passionate about, constantly just talking and supporting and sharing and helping people with in the spiritual entrepreneur realm, because we have such a big mission in this world. You are here for so many big, important things that even your mind can't conceptualize right now. And it's through this fundamental understanding that you're on earth, which is the school of life. And you're here to learn and grow and expand and help millions of people. My mission is to help 1 million people minimum throughout my life. And it's through supporting and helping people who are wanting to provide that support through other people that I truly know I'm going to be able to reach that goal. But equally in that, it requires me to practice what I preach. I take a minimum of 2 to 3 months off of any type of program or course in between, unless there's something specific that I want to learn. So I have a period of integration. But if there's something I need to learn, I go all in. And not every single time in my life have I had the open credit or the money to just do so, or the 10 grand sitting there to be like, yep, swipe the card. When I started my business, I had $0, credit cards maxed out, no way of getting any type of financial support, because my parents and Phil's parents were supporting us already with just basic life stuff, because he was, essentially dying. And if you're just tuning into this episode, he recovered. We found private healthcare and he's thriving now. But I didn't always have that. I had to get resourceful. And it started with me also not knowing the things that I know today. I didn't know my limits. I didn't know my boundaries, but it was my consistency in finding the courses or binge listening to podcasts and taking notes and applying the things that I was learning that allowed me to continue to grow. Your resiliency is what is going to set you aside from everyone else. So I want to share with you some takeaways from one of the methods that I teach within the Align and Ascend program. So this was something that we had practiced together, because everything I teach, if it is a method or a technique, you're going to practice with the community. You're not going to walk away without that experience, and you get accountability buddies so that you do get to continue to practice some more, including your clients. If you already have clients, you can apply it right away, because there is a 9-step process for you to perfectly be guided and guide them through it. So in this method that I teach, my signature evolution method, which I'm so wildly obsessed with, it is, I call it the Holy Grail of energy and coaching. It is literally everything. So one of my students in this program, she said, following the evolution of your thoughts. So in this method, you also learn about the framework of thoughts and how that works, which supports you immensely in breaking through your own stories. She said, it helps to almost see in my brain the parts that pull at the negative. I put that to work this morning and turned on a podcast instead of a Big Bang Theory. Habit shift, celebrating. Not only was I ready to jump into work, but it also helped my mood. I also love the drop-through method I practiced on me today and noticed a pattern within my own mom that keeps coming up in allowing her negativity to get to me and not listening to me. I literally heard the little girl in me screaming, listen to me. It gave me chills. I sat with it for a minute and added my own shamanic twist. See, you apply this method, and if you have another methodology, you can put your spin on it too, and it works just as well. Where I visited her and held her, gave her love and asked what she needed, then came back to neutralize the story. This is the power of not only the ability to apply this to yourself, but also to what then she went on to apply to in a session with her client. And this was her feedback. So I used the drop-through method with a client before we journeyed. Not only did it make her calmer and ready, prepared the client appropriately, but it opened up so much more. This is a client that usually comes in ranting, and we just started there and then journeyed into a past life and healed and destroyed the old contract. It was freaking amazing. And she went on to say in her stories that this woman's daughter even reached out and told her that her mother couldn't stop raving about this session and needed to know more. So it's the power and the impact of the skill sets that you develop and you apply that create that then attraction, because people can't stop talking about it. Anyone can go to a psychic and get a reading, whether it be accurate or factual or not good or whatever. Anyone can go to a medium. Anyone can go to a Reiki practitioner. There are so many of them. But what are you doing differently to go beyond just providing your clients with answers? Because if you're sitting there being the conduit for always your client solutions, like I said, they're going to be 100% reliant on you. They're going to need to come back because they don't know how to do it for you. This method you learn in the mastermind is going to provide you with that. And not only is this mastermind just about teachings and trainings and coaching support, but it's a way for you to finally connect and even collaborate with other like-minded women. You don't have to do this alone. The best ways to scale and create a wider growth within your audience and community is to collaborate with other women who truly align and connect with you, because otherwise you're just out there hustling and bustling on your own, which in the beginning, get used to doing that. But in the beginning, it also doesn't have to be your only thing. And if you're someone who's 1 to 3 years in already and you're like, I don't know where to find more clients, it's going to be through your connections, your networking, and your collaboration every single time. So I hope you were taking notes. We have enrollment open right now. We start July 5th. And as of this past Friday, when this episode releases, anyone who enrolls gets access to all the previous guest trainings and exercises that have been recorded in the previous 3 rounds of the mastermind. So there's a sales expert, Jillian Murphy. There's a brand expert, Craig Siegel and Ashley Spadelli. There's manifestation coaches, Annie Bardonsky. There is spiritual leadership empowerment trainings with Carissa Johnson. There is legal trainings with Eric Mason. There is a plethora of so many things. If you're looking to bring on projects, there's how to build a physical product, how to create a podcast. So you have access to over 20 hours of content to be able to dig into and definitely get you started before we even start the program. Like literally what you get in this program is not like anything else that you will find anywhere else. I can guarantee it, because I have looked far and wide, and you'll find different pieces of it from different people in separation. But like I said, the thing that frustrated me the most is I'm a person who likes the one-shot deals where you invest whatever that amount is into one thing, just like you go to school to learn one thing and you expect to come out a master of it. And then you learn that you can't, because they give you no actual practical application of it most times. But in this case, you get the practice. You get all the things around it. You want to learn how to create a webinar series? That's going to be in it. You want to learn how to create a course? That's going to be in it. Those are trainings that are going to be added before we kick off the next round. So you will have access to these things. And then you get 3 months of just like pure evolution, creation experience. So I'm going to link it in the show notes. You can go and check it out. Don't sleep on this. And it doesn't matter if this is going over the summer months. 2022 is not stopping because there might be a vacation in mind, or you might want to something else. We do 1 call a week, and the commitment is really up to you for how much time you want to put in, which, by the way, there's no right or wrong amount of time you need to commit. Typically, my clients apply 30 to an hour, 30 to 60 more minutes a week in just either going over what we did or applying it to themselves, whether it's a design thing, whether it's a technique thing, whatever it is. So ultimately, 2 hours a week, it's definitely something that I know that you can make happen if you're truly committed to going the distance with helping people thrive in their lives. It just cracks my heart open so much to be able to provide this space. And the 23 women who have gone through it already have wonderful, wonderful things to say about it. So you can go and check out the details, the testimonies that are up there right now. There will be more coming over the next couple months as we close out this current 3rd round. And plus, if you're someone who loves gifts, physical gifts, you get a physical gift. The Align and Ascend Mastermind Spiritual Toolkit is curated from the one and only Dakota Wallace from Daydreamer Apothecary. So there's super amazing, just such good goodies in there that you get as well. And those get shipped out once you enroll. So I love you guys. I'm going to leave you with this. I guess this ended up being a little bit longer than I expected. However, nonetheless, I hope you took notes because there's some really beautiful golden nuggets that were shared in here that you can take away and apply right away to your spiritual practice. All right. I love you. I will see you soon, and hopefully inside the mastermind. Don't forget to find the magic in today. Before you go, I would love and appreciate so much if you could take a moment of your time to leave a 5-star review. It helps me to be able to get this message out to so many more in the world, and I am so truly thankful that you choose this place to be every single week. Until next time, don't forget to find the magic in today.